website, okay, .tk. What you can do is that you can actually purchase a lot of domains like this from there for free, actually. Okay, you don't need to pay anything. And a lot of things, and other thing is also that, for example, when you kind of, let's say, purchase a website, let's say from GoDaddy and all. So what you do is that you can so this website is taking some time to kind of domain and load. But as you know, like whenever we purchase a website, we get a lot of options, like what is the last TLD that we want to register that for. Okay, so it can be .com, it can be .in, like something for India, for .uk, something for London, for example. And in similar manner, what we can do is that there are a lot of other domains that we can kind of pick up from. And these are the things which are actually very, very, either it will be either very cheap to kind of purchase, or it will be like something, what you say, it will be available but with a very low price. Okay, so these are top level domains that has been seen by Symantec, which is like indeed kind of malicious. Like it also says the percentage of satisfieds. Guys, just give me 1 second. I just wanted to kind of turn on the fan over here. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so these are the top 20 SETI domains, and what we can do is that what we can do is like we can go through the DNS log. Okay, we can go through the DNS log and kind of check quickly. One of the best thing that we can do is that now we have, let's say we have the list of these domains. For example, I think this is a figure. Okay, and what we can do is that we can just add a script. Like we can write a script which can see if the domain over here, the last part, is kind of part of the SETI domain. Okay, so one of the things that can be done is let's say when I was kind of discussing you guys about this script, which actually the DNS part, which actually tell you that okay, this is the website that was queried. What you can do is that you can kind of let's quickly do that thing for you. Okay, so what we do is that nano DNS query thing, and what we do is that let's say we copy this part, and let's say we paste, we just do similar thing, we paste and we paste over here. Okay, and what you do is that so this is one edu. Okay, one edu, and what we do is that let's pick up something like country, for an example. Okay, let's suppose that there was a website which was something like the domain was like .country. Okay, in similar manner that there were like .com. Let's say there were certain things like .gdn or .racing. Okay, let's pick that up quickly. Okay, .racing what was the one? GDN. Okay, so let's pick that up, GDN. And the last one, let's say pick it up as IN, our own India domain. Okay, so now let's say what you have done is that you got a PCAP file, for an example. You got a PCAP file. Okay, you just got a PCAP file. And what you did is that in the script that I said, you created a DNS log from there. Like what were the different kind of DNS domain that were queried. And you got something that suppose like this. Okay, or let's say rather than the PCAP file, you directly got the DNS log like this, and you wanted to check quickly what are the malicious domain over here. Okay, so one of the thing can be done is that again, if you have the power of scripting certain thing, what you can do is that you can quickly kind of what do you say, highlight certain things like okay, are there any log entries over here which is kind of malicious. Okay, so what we can do is that we can kind of control save, okay, DNS log .query, and what we can do is let's say we can just write a script over here like nano let's say check malicious domain, okay, .py. Okay, and what we can do is quickly let's say we open the file, we just we just copy this, we just open this, and let's say what we do is that we do something like this, paste the log file that we got. So I'm just walking throughout a scenario that you can kind of phase out, where you want to, let's say you want to kind of get the malicious domain that were kind of that were for which DNS query was made with a very high confidence. So let's say you want to read that file. So what I'm doing is I'm just opening that file in the read mode, and let's say you have the list of steady domains. Okay, like one of those country. One was, for example, the one we picked up from here was racing and GDN. So let's say we picked. So what we do is like country is done, and let's say we do racing. So this is another domain that you know that, okay, GDN, for example, and you create a list out of that, like the list of city domains. So you got that list, let's say from here, okay, the list of city domains. And what you do is that let's say you read that file, okay. So what you do is that for inf.read lines, okay. So now you read that file one by one, the DNS log pysal.txt, and you just say if for j in list of SD. Okay. So now what we're doing is for each line of file that we got, we are checking if that line has this keyword somewhere, like racing, GDN, or something like that. Okay. So what we will do is that we'll just add dot country. Okay. Let's say dot racing, or let's say dot GDN. Okay, for an example. And now we will say if J in I. Okay. If this string dot country is in that line. Okay. If it is, it will say that, okay, print not malicious, but to get a better term, what we say is that potential malicious. Okay, potential malicious, because we can't be always 100% sure it is malicious just by the domain, but it will potential malicious 99% of the time. Okay, so what we do is that we say potential malicious, we close it out, and we say print, and then we just print out the line. Okay, print out the line, and now I think that's all. Okay, now what we do is that we just save this file. Okay, and this is the data that we had over here. So we had country, racing, and GDN. And what we also do is like over here, if J in I, what we do is over here C equal to 0, and we add a flag. Let's say if any of the hits were done, we just say we set the value as C equal to 1. Okay, and if and what we do is that let's say before coming out of this loop, we say if C equal to 1, if C equal to 1. So let's say there was no steady domains that was found. We just say print.
So
Again,
sorry
like,
to interrupt.
yes, go on.
Sir, what is that INJ? So I didn't get that. INJ for I in F dot read line.
Okay. So I'll just explain that to you. So potential non-malicious. Okay, I'll just explain that to you quickly. So potential non-malicious, and we just do something like this, and we just say print I. Okay. Now let's kind of so one of the thing is that let's explain like what this term is. So what I'll do, current URL, and let's say we say I. Okay, and over here is that what we do is print current value of J, and we just print J over here. And what we also do is we print the list of steady domain, for example. Okay, so now this code will explain you also like what this I is, what this J is, and it will also tell you